Final hours of QDrive on this Thursday, April 27th. Last hour, thank you for your support. We did reach that precipice, and we have a brand new one as of 10 a.m. 135,600, 71% of our goal, by 190,000 by the end of the day. In Jesus' name, our next summit we want to reach is $140,000. And so let's take a bite out of that. 800-979-9010 or Q90fm.com. And KDQ is here.
As we get closer to our 30th anniversary, which will be February 1st of 2024, will be our 30th anniversary. As we get closer to that, we're going to start celebrating our 30th, and then we'll kind of have some throwbacks in there. The hot pink logo might make its way back, too. It's a beaut from 1994. So more on that.
We're trying to move over to YouTube on our video stream.
Oh, no. Are we on camera?
So we got some rules here. Q90 FM Radio is our channel on YouTube. Mm-hmm. They will not let us. This channel's been up for years, but we haven't just been promoting it. They won't let us broadcast live until we get 50 subscribers.
And I bet once we get to 49, they're going to change it to 100.
So if you're on YouTube, don't join YouTube if that's not what you do.
Yeah.
But if you're on YouTube, go to Q90 FM Radio on YouTube and please subscribe, because Johnny Rader, who does our video stream, he's chomping at the bit to start streaming live. Facebook is blocking me, and I have no idea why they won't let me video stream on the Q90 FM radio, or stand up for the truth. So right now we're going to have to put it on YouTube. And I see you brought another man in blue here from Menasha.
He literally is in blue.
Mm-hmm.
I have, an endless supply of officers. I said that out loud. But
I was like Pez.
They're like, yeah. Well, and it's funny because when we were talking off air a little bit before we came in here, we have Officer Dan Hoernke. I'm saying that right?
You are, Katie.
Yes. I mean, it only took me like 5 or 6 times for you to correct me. From Menasha PD. And he's going to share a couple stories about Q90 FM's Police Lights of Christmas program. And, of course, we're raising funds to keep the Q90 FM ministry going strong for the next 6 months. We do things 6 months at a time. That's just how we do it. So if you are blessed by any of the music, the ministries, the teaching shows, and, of course, our outreach programs like the Police Lights of Christmas program, call in your pledge of support. Day 3 of QDrive, 800-979-9010. You can call in your pledge of support. What are you doing to me, Crash? We're talking off air about how many departments, and what did you say? How many departments did you think we had?
I thought 35 to 40. I wasn't entirely sure.
Well, that's okay. I mean, you're fairly new. This is like you finished your first full year with me. We handed off last November, so our 2022 year, we handed off $175,000 worth of gift cards to 55 law enforcement agencies that were there.
Wow.
Yeah, so your number's a little off, but your number's way off because so far for 2023, we have 85 law enforcement agencies.
That's fantastic.
It just keeps growing. It's not anything I'm doing. In fact, with my husband here in the room, I beg, and I think he begs too. God, take this from us. We're done. We're tapped out. I don't know how much longer we can do this, especially as it continues to grow. But it's growing because God wants it to grow. So anyway, I have you here. Yeah, we just keep expanding, and it's really, really neat. And I have you here because I want you to share with our listeners. This is our ministry, but how does an outreach like this, how does the Police Lights of Christmas, how does this affect you as an officer and kind of officers across the board, a program that you're being basically handed gift cards? The gift cards aren't for you. They're not for you to use for your family or whatever. They're for you to use for when you're on patrol and you see someone in need. And how does that affect you?
A lot of people that aren't familiar with this program don't know how much impact it has on our community. I've been a police officer for almost 15 years, and you get in these situations where you have victims that you just want to help, and you can give them resources after they're victimized. But the one thing you can't provide them just because the resources aren't there are funds when they have no money, no means to buy food, gas to get to work. So these basic things they need to live. This program allows officers that had our hands tied at one point to do that for our community.
Or opening your own wallets many times because you
Yes.
just have those hearts. Yeah.
Yes.
But how
and
many times can you do that?
That's exactly it. I mean, we're kind of limited on this. And now with the Police Lights Up Christmas program and all the generosity to the listeners out there in the communities, we're able to help these people. And we actually change people's lives by doing it.
And what's funny is, this gift cards are for anywhere between $10, maybe some of them are $25, maybe some of them are $50. They're to, the Quick Trips or Culver's to get something to eat, Walgreens, Walmart, Target, things like that. But, these changed people's life. It's weird. How can $20 change someone's life? And just, a really quick story is a deputy handed off a $20 subway card to a gentleman that was just parked on a dead-end street, whatever, just, hey, it's almost Christmas, wondering why you're parked here. Yeah, well, just, keep her moving. This is a private street, whatever, and here's a $20, gift card, Merry Christmas. Well, lo and behold, that deputy found out a couple months later when he ran back into this, actually, this guy sought out this deputy, and he goes, I want you to know you saved my life that day. And he's like, what? And he goes, you gave me a $20 subway card. And he goes, I was on that dead-end road, and I had a loaded pistol right next to me. And I was there to kill myself. But
Wow.
you saw me. You noticed me. And he goes, I literally was as stupid as this. Well, before I do this, I'm going to go get something to eat. And that person at Subway treated them with kindness. And isn't that something? $20 literally saved his life.
It is. It's all about the little things.
Yep. And it's just, I don't know how, we'll never know the full impact of this. And so that's what this ministry here, Q90 FM, that's what we're doing. That's what we're raising funds for, not for the Police Lights of Christmas. I'll explain the difference. We are trying to get to $140,000 by the end of this hour. I don't know how much more that means we need. I don't know where our numbers are at. I don't have them in front of me. But call in your pledge of support. Keeping Q90 FM ministry going strong will keep all of our ministry and our teaching shows like Stand Up for the Truth going strong. No more Q90 FM means no more Stand Up for the Truth, means no more filtered Christian truth music, and it also means no more Police Lights of Christmas. Imagine that. Bam, we're done. No more. Kind
It's
of
a sad
affects you.
thought, yeah.
Yeah. So that's what we're trying to really get through. So calling in your pledge of support, keeping our mission going strong, 800-979-9010, or safe and secure online at q90fm.com. You can hit the Donate Now button, and it'll take you to the credit card or debit card page. Or you can hit the Pledge Now, which basically just lets us know, hey, there's a pledge coming in the mail sometime between now and the end of the year. So if you can share with us, Officer Hoernke, just one story of how you were able to help somebody, like you're on duty, you got these gift cards, and you come in contact with somebody. If you could share one of those stories.
So one of the more recent stories I have from the Police Lights at Christmas, late last year, 2022, we were informed by one of our city employees that there was a young man going to one of our middle schools, Maplewood, attending.
Yep.
And he was diagnosed with terminal brain cancer. How devastating that is for a family. Not only that, but we found out that earlier that year, his parents' house burned down and they lost everything. So just a very, very difficult time for this family.
It's one of those, like, we always talk about, like, kick a man while he's down. I mean, and sometimes when you're attacked, it comes from every angle like that. And how do you process that? And
it's so difficult. I mean, there was outpouring of the community to help this family. But one of the coolest things we found out were this young man, Chance Van Stippen, his dream was to be a police officer.
Yep.
And at 13 years old and being diagnosed with this, I mean, it's scary, and we were afraid, he might not be able to have that dream come true. So we decided we were going to do that. We ended up making him an honorary officer at our department for a day. We got Fox Valley Technical College on board. We got to do all kinds of cool law enforcement scenario stuff with him. He was sworn in as an honorary officer for our department. Super cool. How Police Lights of Christmas helped with that particular situation was his parents, for his treatment, had to go down to Children's Hospital in Milwaukee daily while he was receiving treatment.
Yep.
And we were able to provide them just with ample amounts of gas cards
Yep.
for them to do that. And it helps substantially because obviously that financial burden on that family is just more stress. And we were so glad that Q90 FM, Police Lights at Christmas, and us as a police department could help with that.
And this is just one thing off their plate. Does it change things? No, but it's like one less thing that they have to worry about. And it's kind of neat because with Chance wanting to be an officer and then literally watching officers be a hero and play that hero role that he wants to, be able to do, it's just kind of this full circle. The photos were beautiful. You guys had them posted up on your Facebook page, and it was just so, you could just see the joy in Chance's eyes as he was just wearing that uniform and just.
Well, and not only in Chance, but the joy in the officers that partook in that event from the surrounding agencies. Fox Crossing Police Department helped out, Neenah Police Department, and the feeling we had from that, it's something none of us will ever forget.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. So we are continuing this mission this outreach that we have, the Police Lights of Christmas program. Well, where do all of the funds, you said we handed off $175,000 worth of gift cards. I 100% God.
Q90 FM radio on YouTube, please. Subscribe to that, and the phone number to give. We got one more precipice here. We want to reach $140,000. We got to get to $190 by the end of the day. Everybody can do something. A $5 gift is a $5 gift. We had one lady said, "I've been listening for a long time. I didn't think money's really tight. I'm going to fix income." Whatever you can do, God will bless you. 800-979-9010. Online at Q90fm.com. 800-979-9010. Now is the time to call and pledge.